And there's sound. Is there sound? Yay, there's sound. I
Lovely.
fixed it. I think I fixed it. My hair looks different from last week. I'm looking at the thing. Looks slightly different, but I like it like this when it's a bit organized mess. You know?
It's lovely.
Okay, thank you for your contributions. We're live. Okay, cool. Welcome.
Hello.
The second podcast.
Indeed.
Here we have Moses Does podcast.
Something like that. Yeah.
This is Moses Does. He does many things. Ask your mom. Sorry about that.
Can't see them things, bro.
Sorry about
Can't see things like that.
So here we have Moses Does YouTube because he's on YouTube today.
I am on YouTube today.
You can check him out on
Indeed.
Twitter at Moses Does Twitter.
Moses does tweets.
Or Moses Does Tweets. Apologies.
Yeah, at Moses does tweets.
You can check him out on Instagram. Moses Does
Instagram.
Have you done that yet?
No, work in progress. Slowly. I mean, as well.
Slowly. So we have a few topics here today. I'm just gonna wait. My mouse is not working. There we go. It was working. How do I get rid of it? I can't. Okay. Topics today we have the pandemic drug. I'm saying drug. Pandemic virus.
The epidemic.
Is it epidemic or pandemic?
You need to Google references. The definitions. I forgot. One is to do with national. One is international. I think.
Okay.
Local area and then the wider area.
Hey Siri, define pandemic.
As an adjective, it means of a disease prevalent over a whole country or the world.
Yeah, it's a pandemic.
Define epidemic.
As a noun, it means widespread occurrence of an infectious disease in a community at a
This is a
particular time.
pandemic. No, an epi. This is a. It's across the country.
Yeah,
it's not a community. It's a country.
Arguably, no, but it's because those who are infected or who are carriers have gone abroad and travelled.
Yeah. So
arguably it's a pandemic.
Yeah.
Arguably.
So it's kind of talking about the Chinese situation and the pandemic viruses has arisen. We want to talk about halal meat and just animal slaughter in general. You may not like that. Sorry, but. I saw a mad video he showed me, the chicken.
Yeah, we had a nice little discussion on Thursday. I think we were involved in.
Bro, it's crazy. Honestly, I saw that video. It made me sick. I can show you lot, or I can just put a link in the description. Makes everyone happy. We're gonna talk about. He wants to talk about Liverpool. I had no idea about football, but you're gonna have.
Liverpool have now gone 40 games unbeaten. They've matched Chelsea's record. The world record, or the record for the Premier League right now, is actually 49 games by Arsenal, which was known as the Invincibles. Whole season undefeated, and then they had a couple more games in the next season. They had 49 games unbeaten, which was the deadlock was broken by Manchester United. I think it was a penalty. It was a 1-0 penalty, I think. Yeah. When they lost their first game. So can Liverpool?
Wait, United? No, it was a draw. It wasn't a loss with United.
No, that's when they lost. What? Arsenal. Okay, so Arsenal did the whole season.
Arsenal lost. Yeah,
Arsenal did the whole season undefeated.
Yeah.
Right, which is 38 games.
Yeah.
38 games. And then they had another 11 games unbeaten in the next season. Yeah. And then they played Manchester United and they lost 1-0 to a penalty. So like arguably that could have been a draw and it could have been 50 games. But they did 49 games unbeaten. Was a fantastic side. I'm not an Arsenal fan, but it was a fantastic side.
If someone's I get you're unbeaten, but a draw doesn't mean shit. You've drawn. Doesn't make you better. Doesn't make you worse, but doesn't make you better.
No, the thing is that when you have an unbeaten record, that's what's important, that you're unbeaten, right? And plus, when you draw, you get points for drawing.
You get 1 point.
You get 1 point for drawing, and you get 3 points for winning.
Do you know what that 1 point means? That's like a medal you get for well done for participating.
No,
that's what it does.
People have won the league on 1 point.
Well, okay, I'm okay.
Exactly.
Yeah. And then those are the main 4 or 5 topics we're gonna discuss. Did I say 4? I said 4. Yeah, 4 topics we're gonna discuss. If anything else comes up, we'll just move on to that. So first, let's start off with. What do you want to start off with? China. Start off with China.
What's going on?
I've heard that there are 26 confirmed deaths. I'll check. But yeah,
I'm not sure. I know that there is a pandemic, as you said, and I'm not surprised. It's not the first time China has had an outbreak of a disease, and it does raise concern. When it comes to diseases and such, I mean, I studied biomed, and we know that with overcrowding, with moisture and heat, right, that's ideal. It's the ideal environment for bacteria to grow, right? Majority of viruses are transported via bacteria. Yeah. Or when I mean viruses, I mean illnesses, because there's a difference between a virus
Of course,
and a
yeah,
bacteria.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
So majority of illnesses, are transferred via bacteria.
Yeah,
And if you have, heat and you have moisture,
yeah.
it's the ideal situation, like ideal conditions for bacteria to grow.
Yep.
That's why, believe it or not, Amiraza, right? That's why your feet smell and on your arms and stuff like that. Yeah, it's true.
Yeah.
It's because number one, it's warm and it's sweaty and wet, and that's what allows the bacteria to grow, and that's where the smell comes from. The bacteria. So with China, there's already an overcrowded issue in China. What's the population now? 1 point something billion.
Yeah, it's madness. Honestly,
1.2,
Yeah.
something like that.
Yeah.
Let me check it right now. So
Okay.
first of all,
hey Siri, what's the population of China?
China have got one mad population. I'm gonna ask
In
you.
2017, the
1.4.
population of People's Republic of China was 1,409,000,000.
So I'm guessing.
1.4.
I'm guessing it's now 1.45 now. In
Arguably,
2019, about 50 million in 3
arguably
years. It's
1.4.
it's not a lot. Yeah.
1.4 billion. And then think about like the country's quite big as it is.
Yeah.
But if you look at the city and stuff, how congested and how tight that's going to be.
Of course. Yeah.
And then poverty is really high in China as well. I think they run on communism.
Of course they run a communism.
Communism. So then think about how the living standard of the average Chinese person.
It's not much. Yeah.
Is it ideal in terms of hygiene and stuff like that?
Yeah.
And I'm not saying that Chinese people have bad hygiene. I'm not saying that, but I'm saying that if you have a house with 4-bedroom house with 20 people living in it,
Yeah.
you're gonna get bed bugs. You're gonna get all sorts of illnesses, and you're just creating the right culture for anything to grow in there.
Jesus.
So
But,
I
okay. Over my face. Wait, let me do this one. There we go. You can see both of us and see that. So this is a news article by New York Times.
Okay.
The virus has exceeded 900 people, apparently,
Damn.
and it's reached Europe.
Whoa.
So they reached Europe. So we're in London.
No, but I know the
Right.
authorities. They were saying that the Chinese authorities are actually checking people on the
Yeah.
border. So before they're leaving, they're checking people.
Was it like Ebola? They put a laser on your head, and if they see you're too hot or
I'm
something.
not sure.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure if it's Ebola or a
Yeah.
blood test or saliva test. I don't know what's going on. Also, many countries have now, what's the correct terminology? Refused entry to flights from China. So
they
they're telling
did the
them
same
they're
thing.
cancelling flights.
They said the same thing with the AIDS. When AIDS was a pandemic and it was like recent, they did the same thing with Ebola and a bunch of other viruses that came from Africa.
Well, the idea is to quarantine,
yeah,
and
limit
keep
the
it
spread,
within an area, and then
Yeah.
obviously cure those people and stop it from spreading.
Okay, there
But
were
they're saying that you've reached Europe, so
63 patients were in 22 states under investigation for
wow.
the coronavirus. 11 have tested negative, so
Okay.
yeah. But this mad, like, so I'm trying to find a death toll here so far. I can't find
Someone was, what were you saying, 25?
26. Yeah, I read that on Twitter.
That's mad.
So okay, there's been 4 in UK, 14 in UK.
14 outbreaks, 14
outbreaks.
reports, 14
Okay.
deaths.
So
God forbid.
so there's been 14 outbreaks, and a few of them have been tested negative.
Oh,
So
thank
it's
God.
good, but not yeah. I'm trying to look more. New York Times wants me to pay for subscription. Let me just search China pandemic death toll. You know, Twitter would be banging. New York Times do have live updates, but it looks like I trust BBC more. I'm a British man myself.
I don't.
Why don't you trust BBC? I trust BBC.
I think it's too biased. Oh, HK in the house.
Booming, you feel me?
Yeah.
Anyways, alaikum to all the men that are
They
watching
can't
the live
see.
stream.
They can't see.
Let me get a chair. Why am I? Oh yeah, they can't even hear me as well. Wait, let me get a chair and then we can be suited and booted. You feel me? One sec.
Okay, cool. I'm gonna get a chair.
Take this one. Take this one.
No, but the camera.
Yeah, you can sit
Yeah,
here.
it's
Here we have HK.
HK.
He doesn't need a mic. You can hear him from our mics. Our mics are actually loud enough. Let me just turn it up slightly. And sorry, we might be deafening you. There we go.
Yeah, nah.
So yeah, here we have HK. We were discussing the China pandemic. By the way, everyone here represents their own views. No one represents each other. I have my opinions. He has his, and
Everyone's got their own opinions. Innit?
HK has HK's.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're discussing China.
Yeah.
What'd you say?
Me, right now, like I'll be real with you lot, like economy wise and that, and the stuff that do come from China, it's all good and I rate that. But when it comes to the concentration camps in China, I don't appreciate that because.
Are you aware of the actual pandemic that's happened, the virus that's been spread?
Yeah,
in
no,
China?
I know about that, but that's all signs, yeah, that retaliation in it, because you see what they're doing to the people from like
Are you
Muslims
kind
in
of,
it.
do you feel a little, what's the word I'm looking for now? Worried, right? That those viruses could have been, as pathogens transported over via goods. So let's say when you get your nice Nikes that are made from China, whatever, one of the workers sneezed on it or something.
Nike's made in Vietnam. Just saying.
Is it? Okay.
Yeah.
What's made in China?
Your
Adidas. My phone. Okay, let's say a mobile phone, and if one of the workers sneezed on it or something, and then that gets transported to the UK, someone's opened it, puts it near the ear, near their mouth.
To interrupt you, Mohsin, workers won't sneeze on your phone because then that won't pass quality control.
Arguably.
If you've been to any factory in China, that there is proceeds and everyone wears masks as
I
well.
haven't been to a
Yeah,
factory in
for sure.
China.
Yeah, carry on.
But are you saying that every single one has that?
All factories do.
Is it?
Sweatshops,
That's really impressive.
sweatshops, different story.
Mm.
Sweatshops make clothes and stuff. Technology manufacturers in China.
So the legit, I mean the big companies, the big corporations.
No, anything technology based has a full like routine, but sweatshops are a different story. Sweatshops are where you make your clothes and all of that stuff.
So are you worried that goods from China may come with such an infection?
Of course, I'm not worried about that because we all live in London and we got the NHS over here as well. So
For now,
And,
for now.
so yeah, that's all I can say right now.
Are you concerned in regards to the NHS and its well-being at the present time?
Well, right now it's free, of course, and when it does change in a couple of years' time, we don't know if we're dead or
Do
alive
you
at
have
that time.
faith in the Conservative Party that they can rebuild, rebrand, and they can benefit the community with the NHS? Do you think they're going to reinvest and make it bigger and better than ever it was?
Well, I hope so, because if Boris Johnson's a man of his words, then he'll do that. But at the same time, fuck the Conservatives, Labour out here, innit? You get me?
How do you feel that Labour's been losing for the past 15 years?
It's been losing for a long
I
time.
think personally it's all like rigged, and I don't think it's all legit because, of course, Jeremy Corbyn's the first prime minister to come with the new thoughts about like
Member of Parliament or candidate.
with the new like ideas about like all the different stuff in the Middle East
Do
about stopping war.
you know? So from what I've read, you know what's the main reason why Corbyn lost or Labour lost?
I heard there was a lot of stuff. I saw a page on Instagram saying because of the Jewish community, because I don't know what he said.
Okay, so you're thinking anti-Semitism, which
Yeah.
was or is a problem in the Labour Party,
Yeah.
not been addressed properly. So you'd think
So
so?
what I've read about being a main issue, by the way, with the Labour been losing is their tax brackets and the way they've done it. So they've done is lower the tax brackets. I mean, so by lower.
Who lowered the tax brackets?
In Labour, so in the manifesto, apparently, I'm not 100% confirmed, don't take my word on it, from what I read, that if you make, for example, 50k a year,
Yeah.
instead of
That'd
paying
be 40% normally.
40%, they've increased it like 50 or 60. Something like that, yeah.
Wow.
So before, it used to be with 20k it's 20%, when you get to 35k it's like 30%, when you get to 50k it's like 35-40%, yeah?
Okay.
They've increased that for like
To 50%.
yeah 50.
I think taxing this country is too much anyway. However, to the topic of discussion, which was why did Labour lose? I think Corbyn and the
Corbyn's
Labour
weak.
Party.
I love Corbyn. I would.
Nah, he wasn't weak.
He's
It's
weak.
just
He
he's
was
not.
weak.
He's not weak. I think Corbyn lost simply because he didn't have a strategic plan for Brexit. I think people wanted Brexit, and
And
that's
lack of
why.
will.
Hold on,
I'm sorry, just increasing.
It's alright.
I OCD. I need my mic here.
It's fine. That's fine.
Give me those cables.
Okay.
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
what he's doing. That's what he's
Connecting mics. I'm gonna drop these on the floor.
So if you ask me, I think because Corbyn didn't have a specific Brexit strategy, he wanted another referendum because there was people that voted Brexit that probably wanted to remain now, people who voted Brexit and didn't get the Brexit that they voted for, and then the people who remained that maybe wanted to change to Brexit. So he wanted another referendum, another voting, and then on that vote and the results of that vote.
To be honest, though,
Make
I disagree with that
plan.
decision in overall because look, I voted to stay.
I think hold on, but Corbyn's a leaver anyway, isn't he?
Yeah.
He's not a Remainer.
Yeah.
He wanted Brexit to happen.
So no, Corbyn wants to win votes. That's why he said what he said. Okay, all politicians.
Do you
They
think?
wanted to win votes. That's why they said what they said. That had nothing to do.
But I like Corbyn. Like he used to protest and stuff. He was protesting for the freedom of Nelson Mandela.
Yeah.
And back then, you had the likes of David Cameron saying that Mandela's a terrorist and things like that.
So did Gandhi, but you know.
Yeah, I mean, it's in the media, innit? And then obviously it's what people do
Okay,
it
so
for votes.
get ready. What number? You're number 4. Okay, start talking.
Hello.
Keep talking.
Yeah, he's on, he's on.
Yes, cool. Your mic is on.
Is it on, yeah?
Yeah.
So you can hear me?
I don't know if all the mics sound even now. I'm gonna lower all the mics down. So here we go. Everyone's now got a mic. Fantastic. What were we saying? With Corbyn, I disagree with the whole strategy of doing a second referendum on the sole fact that the country has voted. Okay, I voted Remain because as an EU citizen, I like the EU laws that have passed. For example, the GDRP and the consumer rights law that because of EU now we have. So if I buy especially a technological product, I have 1 year warranty, but I also have a second year as part of my consumer rights law if I buy the item within the EU. So if my phone breaks, I've got an iPhone. I buy an iPhone 2 years down the line, within the next 2 years. If it breaks, I still got the consumer rights law warranty. Because yes, 1 year warranty is fantastic.
That's manufacturer warranty. Yeah.
That's manufacturer warranty. But everything's fine for a year. It's when in the second
After
year,
the year,
you enjoy your issues. So when companies offer 5 year warranty, they're guaranteeing you 5 years will work. After that 5th year, you're gonna get screwed over because it's gonna break. Because that's how they know, because they've tested that.
Do you think it's designed in such a way? Because let's be real. Well, traditionally, when people used to make goods, they made them to last long,
Yeah.
and obviously nothing really broke down. So
No,
these goods weren't replaced.
Exactly.
That's why the old fridges and washing the white, what are they called? White metal goods. White goods, I think they're called.
Yeah, white goods. Yeah.
So the old white goods from the 70s and 60s, they still work properly like today. Obviously,
Yeah,
they look a bit naff, but
Yeah.
like they still work really well.
Yeah.
And then they're like, oh, do you know what? We're not making money out of this. We sell them once and that's it.
Yeah.
No one's buying them anymore. So now they have to like obviously.
It's like with Moore's law as well. For every year, things will become smaller, faster, better.
Yeah.
So for example, my phone. Here's my iPhone. Yeah. The inside here. Go back 20 years ago. The computer power in here will be the size of this room,
Arguably.
or the size of a bus.
Whose voice is that, by the way? That's not you.
That's me.
Is it?
That's me when I was fat.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Well done.
Thank you. But yeah, so back to Labour and Brexit, because of obviously, okay, like I said, I voted stay, but you can't go against democracy. That's the whole point. Like the whole country has voted. That's it. Take your pick. You made your pick. Let's go with it. Like
Yeah,
right
but
now, if we voted, let's go get lunch. I said Subway. He said Subway. You said Dixie's Chicken. Yeah.
Okay, we're going to Subway.
We're going Subway.
But-
Are you gonna throw?
Hold on.
You're
But
for it.
the issue is this: you went on Subway, right, on the pretense that you thought an assumption that Subway was halal. Now we go to that Subway and it's not halal. Now what?
We go to Subway that's halal.
Okay, fair enough. But what if there is no Subway that's halal in the area, or it's too late? Lunchtime is running out.
Then we
break
take
time's
it. Then
running
we take another vote. Do you wanna go Kebab 49?
I don't mind.
Kebab 49.
out. See,
There you go.
because that's exactly what's happened with the Brexit. People voted for, right?
Yeah.
That didn't materialize.
That's a fair point.
So you had a second vote, didn't you? To go to Kebab 49.
Okay, that's
See that.
Okay,
now you see what
that's a
Corbyn
fair-
was doing.
No, but I saw we already had a second referendum. It was like a third referendum. Or the other.
No,
Okay.
not for Brexit. Not for Brexit. That
Okay,
was for
so
PM.
we had the referendum in 2016. Yeah,
Mhm.
we can all agree on that. Since then, how many elections have we had?
Probably one.
We had one election. Yeah.
You probably had one for your local MP, and then
No,
you had
we had one. We had one general election.
Yeah, one.
We had one snap election, and then we had another one in December.
Uh-huh.
That's 3 over the course of 4. It's now just 4 years.
Mm-hmm.
You're meant to have an election once every 4 years.
Yeah, but that's a general election.
Okay, we've had 3 elections to do with our main parliaments. Yeah, obviously Conservatives won all 3 times. Yeah, obviously you can have loads of MP elections for your local constituency, but we've had 3. Correct me if I'm wrong. We've had 3. Yeah, over the course of 4 years. That's just what the hell. Our forget Brexit. Our government is shambles.
I can't disagree with you actually. I mean, and that's what you get with the Conservatives. I mean, like the
What, you
Tory
Conservative?
Party- No, I'm not. I voted for who I voted for.
Who do you vote for, if you don't mind me asking?
Labour.
Labour.
See, I would have voted for Liberal Democrats, because
I don't mind Lib Dem.
I don't mind. The thing is,
they looked as like the sissies, innit? The hippies of the whole.
No, so the thing is, so looking at the policies, it's better than Labour's, and more people would agree. But because you've got the two strongholds, which is Labour and Conservatives, it's just like voting for Liberal Democrats is just. I feel like it's always like.
Let me bring HK into this. HK.
Go on.
Did you vote in 2016 for
I
the
couldn't
Brexit?
vote
Yeah, I
because-
thought you might have been too young. Did you understand what was going on?
Yeah. It was about leaving the EU and staying.
Yeah. What would you have voted if you were eligible to vote?
Me, I would have voted to leave.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why would you want to leave Europe?
Because first of all, we've got all of them tramps on E-road, you know, them Romanians and that.
about,
You gotta get them kicked out, man. These lot are just
That's racism, bro. They have a right to
You're
be in this
40.
country.
I swear you were
just
like
you are.
14 at the time.
yeah. You can't even talk, bro. You're wearing that Nike shirt that was saying grass and that. Remember?
Yes, eat some. It says eat some grass, and then the arse bit of grass was coloured in the color of grass. What's wrong with that?
It was like a funny shirt, but it wasn't.
No,
appropriate
no,
like
it
at
had
the
nothing.
time.
No, what do you mean at the time? It had
Oh,
nothing.
what's that got to do with the immigration policy?
No, we're not talking about that. We're not talking about that. We're
That had
talking
nothing to
about him
do-
right now.
Okay, well, so why was it inappropriate?
Yeah, like, because you're wearing arse in the mosque. Like, you should be wearing something more.
What?
You know what I'm
We're
trying to say?
From Labour Party Brexit policy to you wearing arse t-shirts in the mosque.
It says eat
Yeah,
some
man.
grass and eat some arse because it's competitive.
Oh, I see.
You see what I mean? It's
So
minor,
that's-
okay? Because it's
that not
it's a play on
inappropriate?
words. There's nothing wrong with it. It's a play on words. I don't say mosque. I don't go mosque.
It's
I go to this. I go to the community center. I'm a community man.
Oh yes.
All right.
Yes. Anyway, I forgot my point.
It was about
Eat some
the.
grass and eat.
Okay,
Nah, eat some grass and then eat some arse or something like that.
but it's a football thing, innit? As in, like, not eat arse. Don't eat arse.
You're a football man. We just talked
Oh
about
no,
it.
it's
Yeah,
not.
let's
kick-
talk about
No,
football.
it's not eat. Sorry, it's kick some grass. Kick some ass.
Oh,
That makes a lot more sense, innit? I'm
Eat some
thinking
arse.
so.
Yeah, bro.
Sorry.
Okay.
Bro, Nike produced the shirt, not me. You can't come at me with it.
HK Liverpool 40 games unbeaten.
Fam,
man.
we
Yeah,
just
let's
skipped
talk
over.
about
Wait, we
football.
just skipped over China, bro.
China, you know what? We pray for the Chinese and hopefully.
China was a boring topic, though. I don't think the viewers are
No,
liking
it's
it.
serious,
Let's be
bro.
honest.
It's serious, bro. There's a pandemic here. There's
Bro,
a virus spreading around.
You say China's. That's not a serious topic. When Ebola went crazy, you lot went crazy as well, bro. You lot made songs about it, bro.
Yeah, remember?
That's the important point. So now, bro, you like go Ebola, la la la. You know that song? Yeah, do you get me? So it was a parody
That was a
song.
nice one.
So okay, that's my point. So now, Ebola's finished. The pandemic's kind of over. Obviously, it still exists, but the pandemic's kind of over.
controlled.
It's controlled. Now you got this new Chinese coronavirus pandemic. Why are you like, yeah, it's boring, bro? Everywhere you go, I'm telling you, back when you were in secondary school, everywhere you go, you be like, you got Ebola. And
That's
take
God punishing them for doing the concentration camps in China.
No.
You get me? Come on, bro.
No, that's
Tell
not-
me that's
that's
not
not-
linked
That's
to it.
that's not. That's
Tell
not.
me that's not
That
linked
is
to it, bro.
not- It's not linked to. I don't think it's linked to it.
You don't think it's linked
Yo,
to it?
you are the nut jobs that take our jobs and live on our streets, bro. Get back to your country, bro. You think like that, bro.
What
Nah,
are you
bro.
saying? What?
I'm
What is he
using
talking
his
about?
own words
So,
against
okay,
him.
okay, look. The concentration camps. Who's joining us? Oh, we got much.
Yeah,
Hi,
come,
everyone.
sit down.
Okay, guys, we've got an issue. We need to end the podcast.
Whoa, what's this?
Hojairat and his gang want to come in.
They can join the podcast if they want.
Allow him to take him to Medri's room or something, bro.
They're 9 people.
You don't fit
What's
Medri's
wrong
room.
with the rabbit upstairs?
Hancho's calling your phone.
It's done, you man. I'm gonna go. Goodbye, Severix Gaming YouTube channel. Hello, yo, Gio, gone.
Okay, you said your buys. It's not your mic.
How you
Yo,
plugged
yeah.
in the mics
Zoom.
Turn it down. You can join the podcast if you want.
and the Zoom plugged into the laptop?
Yeah.
You have to put the volume down.
Yo, God.
He's not putting that in.
Copyright, please.
Oh, have you got consent for him to be on in front of the camera?
No. Why is this
Oh, that's
black?
why the hood's
I-
up. I was asking the same question before. Okay, so we were talking about the Chinese pandemic.
Yeah.
They're waiting outside to come in.
Are you serious?
How long have we had?
24 minutes, not even.
Oh man,
Yeah.
you're cool.
The
You're cool.
top guys to get a frenzy.
Huh?
You're cool. It's your podcast.
Another 10 minutes.
Yeah, please, can you?
10, 15.
5 minutes. No,
15.
15 is too much.
10.
10, 15, 10, 15. Quarter past. That's 10 minutes. Quarter past. Yeah? Cool. Do you want to talk about China while you're here? China pandemic and the virus and the thing. No? Is your head just America right now?
No, I'm just
Mustafa,
saying
look, I'm gonna shoot somebody.
So here we are talking about the China pan. Okay. You know what? Let's move on to your football. Should we move on to football or halal meat?
Halal meat.
Halal
'cause
meat.
we
Let's
had
go
a
to halal
lot-
meat.
We had a
Oh
lot
my god,
conversation.
That's mad.
That's a
on
nice
Thursday.
segue to the next topic.
Yeah, thank you.
From
So-
Chinese people dying to halal meat.
That's not how we intended it. But anyway, so yeah, we had.
Shall I create a segue? It'll be a very nice segue, but it's very bad. So segue is the transition from one to another.
Okay.
Yeah. So we're talking about China. Yeah. In China, apparently, and in Burma, definitely. Yeah. They do the killing and you could say the Holocaust for the Muslims. Yeah. Muslims eat halal meat. Now halal meat. Let's discuss this.
You mean
That's the
oh,
segue.
oh my god.
That's how you segue. Okay.
That's really
Okay. So yeah, moving on to halal meat.
unprofessional. If you ask me. So yeah, so we managed to speak to members of HMC,
Yeah.
Halal Monitoring Company
Yeah.
here in the UK.
Yep.
You were also involved.
I was there.
You
yes,
were there.
I ran.
I was there, and it was really nice to meet them, brothers.
Yeah.
They were really nice guys. One of them was actually from our area, believe it or not, which is North London.
North London's where we man go.
Yeah, one of them was from Collindale. So
Okay.
what was really fascinating was to get info and an insight onto like behind the scenes of what happens at these slaughterhouses. The fact that non-Muslims, there's no need to mention what religion they are, but they're not Muslims. Non-Muslims run 80% of the meat in this country. And then think about how much of
Wait,
the
when you
meat-
say it like that, it sounds like nothing.
it's not like nothing, but then you need to realize how much of the meat in this country is halal. What do you think it is?
I think a good 40% of the meat in this country is halal.
40,
a good 40%.
40% of this.
I
meat is
think even
halal.
50 because if you think about it, you go around in any street in London, especially in London. So I've been to Manchester, I've been to Birmingham, I've been to. Okay, so these examples I gave are not predominantly, but they do have a multicultural regions. They do have a lot
high
of
population of Muslims.
They do have a like so like go Birmingham, even in London. You know, London is very multicultural. It's not one single like it's not predominantly Muslim like in Birmingham or something. But you go walk in the street of London, you walk down, you got a Burger King, the occasional Burger King. You got if you're lucky a McDonald's because McDonald's are popular but not like Burger King. Burger King's nowhere. You have the occasional KFC as well, but then you have 50,000 different chicken shops. Like on the same road, you can have a McDonald's, you can have a KFC, you have another 5 other either solo traded chicken shops.
These are sole traded
And they're
ones.
90% of them, 99. I'm 99%. It's not actual fact, but I know 99% of them are halal. Like
They have halal sign. They have halal
I have
sign.
never seen. I haven't seen a chicken shop run by a sole trader that's not halal. I haven't seen one.
I have.
Where?
I'm not going to promote that company because
No.
it's not halal.
No, okay. No, I get that, but where? What's
But
the region?
there
What's the
is-
region?
The region, West London.
This answers the question itself anyway. Anyway, carry on. But no, like who would go to a chicken like no, I like you. If you go to a chicken shop, you go to hi.
Chicken shop.
It's live, by the way.
Are we live?
Yeah.
Let me join the conversation.
Have you got
I'm
is it
bare
still
hungry.
plugged
Is
in?
there no food here?
It's still plugged
There's
in.
no food.
No.
Oh, you know, speaking of
Yeah,
food,
I've been outside
for the
past
hour.
Same as that we were talking about halal meat and we were talking about that there's so many
I'll
halal
be
chicken
honest.
shops.
If I just see halal on the door, I'll just walk in and eat. I don't even ask.
No,
for a
but that's your prerogative when it comes
But
to
my marja allows it.
yeah, all marja allow it.
Yeah, there
I
you
mean,
go.
if it's a Muslim
what is a
owner-
maraja to the people who don't know?
Oh, for those who don't know, a marja.
Can we
okay,
use this for our live show?
A marja is a source of. It's like a jurist,
How much views
someone
do
who
you
can
have?
actually make Islamic laws and
None,
actually
would shut me down anyway.
Why?
So they're a scholar that you go for
Islamic jurist.
an Islamic jurist.
They can make laws. So
Jalate Shakum to be He starts singing.
moving on, yeah, if it's a Muslim shop, a Muslim owner, and
you
he
ask
says
me another
it's
question
halal,
before I
then
go?
you go.
I'm
Yeah,
quite
I
hungry.
wanna-
and the food's gonna get served in a bit.
okay. If we were to show you a video of chickens getting stunned,
Ooh.
could you give us a comment on it?
No,
Are you
Yeah.
concerned? Are you concerned about animal cruelty and how these
I'm
chickens
more
are
concerned
treated?
about the flu that's coming from China.
Oh, you just missed that topic.
Yeah,
were
we
talking
were
about this.
Chicken's not
discussing that.
important at the moment for me. I prefer meat, so chicken. If chicken's halal, it's halal. Main thing meat is still.
Don't you think that with chicken, there's some concerns in terms of its rights?
Does it pick up my burp really good?
Yes, it's like a podcast microphone.
So immature, Murtala.
Yeah. So you're saying Moses?
I was gonna say, are you not concerned about animal welfare? I mean, don't you prefer free range chickens and free range eggs compared to those that are from like
We have free range eggs at home. We have chickens.
free range chickens or organic chickens that are
Like-
fed?
No, they actually have
Proper
organic.
chickens.
Yeah, have
We
their
have-
Oh no,
own
you've got chickens at
You've
home.
got own
Yeah,
chickens.
Yeah, I
we
know.
get like 3 eggs a day.
Is it?
Free. That's not right, bro.
Do you know what eggs are? By the way,
What chicken shit?
No,
No.
the unborn chicken.
Oh yeah, they're unborn chickens. I know. Yeah,
it's a chicken.
but I barely.
It's,
eat
do, you know,
eggs
do you know when it
since my
lays an egg? Do you know what
surgery,
that's
I
called?
stopped
Do you know
Chicken. It's a chicken embryo, isn't it?
It's actually. Do you know what that's called? When a
No.
chicken lays an egg, it's called menstrual cycle.
eating. And let me do a snack.
I don't think you know what that
So
is.
people can follow us.
It's ladies' time of the month.
Yeah.
Did anyone call you back for the live show?
No.
No work.
What's your podcast?
It's called our podcast.
Severex.
We don't have a name.
Thing, innit?
Do you have a name? Do you have a name?
I'm not even in the picture.
Yeah. Okay.
He doesn't even care.
It's a film. Are you filming though?
I'm trying. I look really right.
Hold on.
Cool, yeah, cut it.
So we're live
Yeah,
on
cool.
Amaz's podcast.
Yeah. Swipe up.
What's your channel called?
Severix.
Severix TV _ Severix.
Sure. You know.
I'll swipe up. I can't do swipe up. Can I do swipe up?
No, you can't. You don't have 10,000. Thank you. Yeah. Just do youtube.com/Severix. I own that. So yeah, I'm gonna turn off his mic because he's doing that.
So yeah, we were discussing. So like, yeah, there's a lot of chicken shops.
Mm-hmm.
The other thing I wanted to let you know, Amilaza, I'm not going to mention. Actually, I'm going to mention the name.
Mention.
There is a company, and this is to my knowledge, so I could be incorrect.
Yep.
But to my knowledge, the company known as Hamza, they do this like the samosas, and they do like
I have.
frozen food,
Yeah.
which is halal. So samosas, they do kebabs and stuff like that. Hamza Foods, I think they're called.
Yeah.
It's not owned by Muslims.
I've seen.
I'm not against that, by the way. Like
No, yeah.
everyone is
See you guys.
free.
See you.
Everyone is free.
I left the
Everyone
gift.
is free to trade.
Yeah, no, I've seen.
So if a non-Muslim wants to sell halal meat,
Yeah.
that's his prerogative. He's allowed to sell.
As long
halal
as
meat.
he stays true, doesn't disrespect it, doesn't be.
It's
obviously-
not that, but he has to follow the procedures, isn't it? You have to follow there's a procedure when having halal meat.
Of course,
Very similar to the Jewish community with their kosher meat.
Yeah.
I would say that theirs is a lot more strict than ours,
course.
where we're a bit more lenient. But
I wouldn't say we're a bit more lenient. I would say, tell me if I'm wrong. Most because there's like I think more of us that I wouldn't say sellouts, but they don't stick to their religion. Like it's fine. I have nothing against that. You can say you're a named Muslim, but you're not an acting Muslim, so to speak.
practicing.
Yeah. No, as in like you guys say, yeah, I'm Muslim, I practice, I do this, I pray 5 times a day. You do none of that. You do all the 99 haram things. Again, that's you. You can do you. I'm not trying to fire shots here, but you can do you. But like, because there's people like that, some of them even go even to selling out. Be like, yeah, I'm Muslim, I do halal foods, but their foods are not halal. Just because they're Muslim, they can say whatever they want.
Yeah.
But as in, like, I can bring loads of examples where,
I mean,
where the owners is not halal, as the owners are not halal. Like you look at KFC, yeah.
Yeah,
Yes.
it's not a Muslim company.
Yes,
over there.
but the thing is, although yes, KFC is a franchise, you can get someone who gets the buy-in for the franchise and makes it halal. I know that's possible, but there are lots of people who would dip into the halal market because it's a good market. Because
But on the other hand as well, I mean, is that maybe the customers requested for halal meat.
all that
Maybe,
too,
the
yeah, all that
customers
too, yeah,
requested,
it happens.
Like, okay, can
I've
you
se-
please stock this or that?
Oh,
You
yeah.
know, I'm happy to purchase it off you.
Yeah.
And then they say,
'Cause
okay, do you know what? We stock this
obviously
product.
I know, yeah.
Put, and make their marking on it
Yeah.
and make their profit on it.
Cause I know some organizations and people within for example, like Britain First and like EDL. I obviously I can see their point of view saying, oh, we don't want to see any halal meat, or we won't buy halal meat. It's disgusting. It's this and that. But I've seen loads of people who are non-Muslims who are from either Christianity, Judaism, or from other religions. Okay, not Judaism. Sorry, from Christianity, from other religions, or even other ethnicities.
Yeah,
or
they
even
don't
if
have
they're
an issue
Norwegian.
with it.
They don't have an issue.
Yeah.
They'll go buy halal meat like it's meat because at the end
Shall
of the
I
day-
tell you something
for
quite
them-
surprising? Shall I tell you something quite
What?
surprising? All right, and I'm not giving you permission to go eat this product. I'm
Yeah.
not saying go eat it, but I'm letting you guys know that when I was between the year 2011 to 2015, right?
Yeah.
I knew the suppliers for McDonald's, right?
Yeah.
And their chicken burgers,
Yeah.
and they were halal.
Yeah. Same with I've read the same about Domino's chicken.
Domino's chicken is also halal. Yeah, the chicken.
Obviously,
they
don't take our word from it. Don't go buy Domino's chicken if you're a halal eater. we won't recommend it. But from research
We-
at the time, Domino's
Yeah.
chicken and obviously
because this meat was coming from the same with same with the McDonald's supplier.
Yeah.
They were getting the meat from Thailand. Thailand's linked to Singapore, Malaysia, and the majority of well, not majority. It is most of it is halal. Those products were halal.
it's
They didn't have the certificate and the sign-in
yeah.
and everything because you have to pay extra for that.
Yeah. This is so same thing goes with like Oreos. Oreos they say they are suitable for vegetarians, but they're not suitable for the halal diet. That doesn't mean it's haram. It just means they don't want to pay, from my understanding,
Yeah.
for the halal diet, and that's fine. In my opinion, as long as
You
suitable.
mean for the halal sign on the
yeah,
packaging?
yeah, on the packaging.
Yeah, it costs the money.
Of
and
course,
they're
yeah.
thinking
So
one
as-
that
for-
vegetarian
like-
is enough.
As long as they're super vegetarian and there's no alcohol in it, or ethanol to be precise,
Yeah.
there's no ethanol and it's a super vegetarian, it's halal to be honest,
Indeed.
because there is no meat products in there because it's super vegetarian. And obviously, if there's not, you're Muslim, you can't have alcohol. That's another thing. Obviously, go back to your scholar and to your religion, but I'm not a imam or I'm not a scholar to give you facts, but it's from what I know. Take it with a grain of salt. I just want to be out there. I don't want someone to like on the day of judgment, if you believe in that.
No,
yeah.
I mean, it's all good us talk about halal meat and what is halal and stuff
Yeah.
like that. By the way, Pizza Express, their chicken is halal as well.
You know,
and
you-
Vapiano's got certificate as well. Their chicken
but okay,
is halal.
but you say that pizza shops are like chicken
Shake
shops.
Shack, their chicken is halal.
Shake Shack,
Yeah, the chicken burgers halal.
Tinsertown, love that.
Yeah,
Amazing.
but that's owned by Pakistani.
Yeah. Is it?
Yeah,
I
it's
didn't
owned by
know that.
Pakistani. So, what should we call it? Let's look at the other side, right? So, looking at those products which are not labeled halal, but they are halal,
Yeah.
right? But the other side is those products which are halal but are not halal, right?
That-
so, for
that's a mad
example,
twist.
there is a lot of meat that the people are saying that have not been butchered under the Islamic guidelines.
Yeah.
So, therefore, the meat is not
Yeah.
rendered and considered and qualifies to be halal.
But just to clarify, overall in Islamic guidelines, whether you're different sects of Islam or different sects of the different sects, for it to be halal, obviously you have to be a Muslim yourself. Yeah.
So you've been paying attention. Good.
I know. I knew this.
Because he
from
went
like-
through. I mean, the sheikh went through all the things in it.
Yeah.
The qualifications.
Yeah. So as in like you obviously let me start again. For it to be halal, you have to be Muslim yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Male or female doesn't matter.
As long as
So
you're a Muslim
The
yourself,
person slaughtering
has
has
to be
to be a
Muslim.
Muslim.
Yep. They have to use a blade.
Have to use a sharp object made from metal or steel.
Okay. So
Ideally a knife.
a blade or a sharp object made of
Yeah.
metal or steel, and you have to cut from the throat, right? And yeah,
The jugular vein.
from the jugular vein.
You slice it. It's
You
not like people think we behead them. You don't behead them. It's just a slice.
Yeah.
Uh,
And also, what I've learned, I found out this today as well. You can correct me as well. That people who complain about halal meat is animal cruelty, is torture.
There's
I've-
definitely a concern.
I've actually found out that the moment they have two what's the it's not
Jugular
veins.
vein.
They're two not jugular vein,
Artery.
arteries. You have two arteries. The moment you sever those two arteries, I think similar goes with human. The moment you sever those two arteries, that's between the brain and the heart. The animal won't feel anything after that. Because you've severed, because you severed those two brains, the brain gets no more heart. The brain gets no more blood. So
Interesting.
so because of that,
I was thinking about the nervous system,
yeah.
right, which obviously sends electrical impulses.
But the
down
brain
your synapses
receives
and
them,
stuff.
innit? So if you cut off,
But without the blood, the
Yeah.
brain can't really
yeah,
operate.
So with the animals, the moment you cut it off, the brain won't feel anything. The animal won't feel anything. Maybe they will see for a bit, but they will die almost instantly after that.
Mhm.
So that's why. Oh, and apparently, once you do that, they have to have one spasm, or like a leg has to
You
spasm.
have to. Yeah.
The animal
there's-
has to
there's-
have a spasm.
There's a couple of things. The one is gushing blood.
Yeah.
But that's more to do with those animals you can eat. And
Yeah.
You can't eat. So we only eat animals that when you cut, their
Yeah.
blood
Yeah.
gushes out. After you've put a slice.
Yeah.
Then the animal has to move.
Have a quick spasm.
Has to move.
Yeah.
Anything is acceptable. So normally you see it when you know in back home in Pakistan where I come from, they sacrifice and slaughter the chicken in front of you.
Yeah.
So as soon as they do it, they put it in a bucket and you can hear it flapping and this and that
Yeah.
and moving. So it has to do that. If it doesn't,
Yeah.
then obviously it means that there was something wrong with the chicken in terms of it may have had an illness.
Yeah.
The sacrifice wasn't done
Yeah.
properly. and it's not suitable for eating.
Okay. So I'm moving on from that. So you cut the neck. Has to be a Muslim. Has to be a sharp object made out of metal or steel. Is that it?
Moving has to move.
The moving thing. I'm talking about the main criteria. Isn't it?
That's mainly has to face Qibla. So
Also, it has to face Qibla, so it has to face
Mecca
towards Saudi
Qibla
Arabia,
is.
Mecca. And the animal has to be healthy and clean
You
from
have
its
to say-
from its
you
origin
have
and
to-
genetics.
You have
Yeah.
to say something when you do it.
And what's that something?
Bismillah, Allahu Akbar. You have to do dhikr.
What's the dhikr?
Dhikr, as in you have to praise the Almighty Lord God who is the creator.
So like in the name of God, God is great. I kill this animal.
Yeah, but you can't say Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. You can't say God the most
No, you
merciful. And
You
can't
get
say
straight.
that.
You get straight to the point.
No, straight to the point because you're not really showing mercy when you're you know what I mean you're
You're killing
sacrificing
an
an animal. So that's why we always
That's how
say
you cut out, so
God
you
is
get straight to
great.
the
We
right.
say God is great or in the name of God, and then you
Yeah.
perform the sacrifice and you perform the slaughter.
Okay, fair enough.
But it is a great concern in regards to
Cruelty.
You know, not cruelty. I was going to say that food that is labeled halal and it's not halal. You know, it's like imagine if you said this food is vegetarian and then you found out there was like
Animal.
You know what I mean?
You know what
There's
though? Yeah,
animal
that's a
fat
fair
in it and
point. Like
stuff.
if you think about it,
Bro, vegetarians will go crazy, bro.
yeah, like in this day and age with modern society, anyone, from any culture, any background, especially with the whole media, social media, if vegans will go crazy if a famous or well-known vegan product that wasn't actually vegan, because that's
Yeah.
something as well. Or for example,
Man,
if it wasn't vegetarian.
let's put names to it, yeah? Greg's vegan sausage roll, yeah? Apparently, it's the nation's favorite sausage roll,
okay,
yeah? Beg your pardon. Imagine if that had like elements of meat in it.
oh people go crazy.
Bro, people would go crazy. Greg's would have to probably shut down half of their
No,
branches.
there'll
bro.
probably be
People will start boycotting.
no, okay, there'll be a lawsuit
Exactly.
because it's misselling, misleading,
yeah,
misadvertising.
from the food authorities.
Yeah.
It'll be crazy.
So
There'll be so
that's why,
many.
for example, Oreo. I'm not suing Oreo. I love Oreos myself. They won't advertise as halal. It's because they can't certify because you have to pay for the certification.
Yeah, exactly.
So people, bear in mind. So if you do your fact check, you realize a lot of the things that don't advertise as halal is actually halal, and you realize those things that actually say halal are most probably not halal. I say most likely they're probably not halal because
That's bad.
people who advertise as halal, they'll go through the time and effort, yes, to make it sure it's halal, but probably to find loopholes or other strategies that will help them make a quick buck.
Miraza, do you remember when we had the horse meat issue in the country?
With Tesco's, yeah.
Yeah. So they went and they started raiding halal places as well. All right.
Yeah.
And there was some, I was talking about Hamza per food. I mean, hopefully they've changed it now,
Yeah.
but they found pork,
Yeah.
meat, supplements and meat
Yeah.
in their halal.
Can you taste the difference between halal and non-halal meat?
I've never tried
My-
halal meat,
my-
so
my
I
friend-
don't know.
My friend said he can't actually taste the difference. Well, he can, but he can't. I know Muslims who accidentally have had non-halal meat, but they've realized, or they've had pork. They've realized, oh, this is not halal straight away.
No, but pork is not about halal or not because
Pork is, I know pork is haram.
forbidden. You can't
I know
have that. You know
pork,
what I mean?
pork,
Yes,
pork
it's
is haram.
So,
No,
for
but yeah.
example, like you have a chicken that's halal, and you have a chicken that's not halal.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I've never tasted a non-halal chicken piece and a halal chicken piece.
I think I have, but this was when I was 5.
You know what you should do? You should get one of your mates and buy him KFC. A halal one and a non-halal one. Like
That's-
the same piece of leg or something like
Yeah.
that, or a wing, and say, what's the difference? Taste the difference. Or tell us what the difference is.
We'll
That'd be
do
really
that. We'll do that.
interesting.
I'll try and do that. Sort that out for next week's podcast.
That'll be
If
really
you're
interesting.
not interested, yeah. I'll bring a guy in. See if I can. Yeah.
Let's get HK's view. HK,
Yeah.
do you know any places? Because you work in the food industry as well, isn't that correct?
Yeah.
So do you know? Are you HMC certified?
Yeah, of course. Yeah,
Really?
you got to have the halal certificate. On
No, no,
there.
but who gives you halal certificate? Do you know? HFA, HMC,
HMC, I think.
HMC.
Is it a yellow one, like a certificate?
Yes, certificate. Yeah, you post it. And
Oh,
then
is it got the gold badges?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
And
that's
it says
HMC,
the- It
yeah.
says the name of the.
That's HMC.
yeah.
Yeah. So
This one,
basically-
innit?
Yeah, like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, have you heard of cases, and do you know any places that say they're halal but they're not?
Yeah. There was a shop which got shut down. It was in my area. The name of it was Lahore.
Really?
Yeah, they used to serve alcohol as well.
Okay.
All right. And there's another good topic I want to talk about actually after this, and it's a very good topic as well.
Yeah.
All right. It's mainly about us like Shias, the way how we think of stuff. All right, there's been mainly the strict one. Like for example, say I'm not even gonna bring the name, but say Ali Nawab. All right, let me just put it there. No, because I'm not like.
Please don't say anything bad about Sayyid Ali. Sayyid Ali is a great individual.
All right, but no,
We
it's
love
just a
Sayyid
topic
Ali.
that we were talking about the other day in Ari when we put the Sawad on the stage. All right.
Oh, you had a discussion with him?
Yeah.
Okay, you had a conversation.
It was a conversation. He said to me that like he wouldn't eat in a place where they sell alcohol and it's halal food.
Yeah.
But at
So
the
that's
same,
Nando's out the window.
Nando's out the window. All of these shops.
Pizza
there
Hut's
was,
out the
there was
window.
another lounge.
What about halal food?
Silent Lounge.
Yeah.
They serve alcohol. I think.
Really? Nah, no,
Yeah.
they don't.
The one that Hassan
Really?
Hassan Zada works.
No, sign that.
There's
No
one
He used
way.
to work there.
Yeah.
Seriously?
So Sion Lounge serves alcohol. The Heart serves
Seriously? They serve booze?
Yeah.
Nah.
Yeah,
But so from what I've understood, the owners
Explain.
are Muslim themselves, of these establishments, and what they've done, they've partnered with non-Muslims. They said all the profit for everything comes to us. Anything to do with alcohol and the profits and the shares go to you. So they're trying to make it separate entities. So with Sion, I think they have a bar. I'm not sure about the bar or the alcohol.
That'd be interesting.
But- so I know with the Heart in Southgate.
I'll give the benefit of the doubt to the brothers that are running the establishment,
Yeah.
and they've done their proper research and
Yeah.
they've spoken to who they need to speak to, qualified
Yeah,
individuals. But
this-
as far as I know, you can't be promoting alcoholism.
So you can't be
if I had-
promoting alcohol.
If I had a property,
Yeah.
I can't rent it out
Yeah.
to someone who wants to open a bar there.
So what I've
Because
apparently
I'm helping
apparently
promote the, promote the
apparently,
property.
this is to some people that you can sell alcohol as a Muslim.
No,
With Said Muhammad Shirazi, you
no,
can.
you can't.
Said Muhammad
Sayyid
Shirazi.
Muhammad Shirazi?
Yes.
No
yes.
way.
I've
You've
done
heard
fact.
or you've read?
I've heard.
Okay, so you haven't read it.
I'm not. And they've asked.
Go
Alright,
for
can
Sayyid
we
Ali.
get into the-
Go
Get into the
Go to
point
rep.
of this topic.
Yeah.
What we're talking about. All right, yeah. So they claimed that they had halal meat and that, but there was no halal certificate anywhere to be seen.
Okay.
So of course, just to be sure, we didn't eat there. All right, but yeah, the topic that they're talking about apparently is they wouldn't eat in a place where if they saw alcohol, but the meat is halal.
Yeah.
But at the same time, then they can't go buy milk in Tesco's now because Tesco's they sell alcohol.
Yeah,
and
there you go.
They sell milk.
But
as well.
I think maybe he meant a place where they cook the food and you sit there. And
So a
you
restaurant.
eat. Like
But-
a restaurant, not a supermarket. It's different.
But
Supermarket
it's
is
still the same. Still the same.
I guess you're
like,
applying the
thing.
same
So I
concept.
get what you mean with the same premise, but with a establishment, because it's a dining establishment, you go sit there and eat. Because you sit there and eat, it's kind of different. Because especially with Islam as well, if you have, this is our dinner table, we're all eating, you're eating. I have alcohol on my table. The moment there's an alcohol on this table,
yeah.
everything on this table is unedible or not edible.
It's not that. It's
You
not-
can't
it's not
drink it,
edible.
you can't eat
It's
it.
not that. You can't sit at the table because
No, you
it's-
can't. So I heard you can sit at the table, but you can't. For example, if I have a glass of water, you have alcohol, you can't have that glass of water
But
because on the same table.
According to
The-
the Sharia
The
law.
milk and let's say the pork.
Yeah.
Is it the same principle of pork and that, or is it different?
As in, it must be the same
Because-
principle. If there's pork on the table,
Yeah.
No,
it's a good question, but no, I don't think it is.
I think so. Alcohol is.
Alcohol on the table, you can't sit at that table.
You can't sit at the table.
You
Are you
can't
sure?
because
I've told that you can't eat off the table. You can sit, but you can't eat.
No, you can't sit at the table because it's all to do with that you're promoting alcoholism.
But
It's
then
like you're
at the-
accepting it that it's okay for you to drink. I'm not gonna drink.
But then at the same time, yeah, if you don't
But
choose
that-
alcohol and
that's-
you got your table, no one's eating or drinking like
Yeah.
alcohol in your table. All right, because why? Because the alcohol's not on your table; it's all in the counter or whatever they put the
Yeah.
alcohol. So
I
technically-
also make a point that okay, if you're sitting at a table, yeah, there's someone eating non-halal food. You're promoting non-halal food. You can say the same premise with that.
Yeah, but
You can say the same premise.
Non-halal
You-
food is different to alcohol.
For example,
There's a big
difference.
difference.
I smoke shisha, yeah.
Yeah.
As an example, I smoke shisha. I go shisha cafe and I publicly post it on my social media. I'm not promoting shisha. I'm just saying this is me going out. We can say the same thing with cigarettes.
But
You
technically,
can say-
indirectly, you are promoting.
No, but that's my point. It's indirectly. So
Supporting.
if I go out with my friends, we all go central. We don't even clubbing or whatever. We go out central. We go cinema or whatever. They buy an alcoholic beverage. I'm like, yeah, that's fine. You're my friend. You're not affecting me. You're not intentionally trying to get me drunk. You're having
that's
your
fine
own
though.
good time.
I mean, that's fine, but you're out and about and you're walking.
No,
we're,
but
talking,
okay.
we're talking about sitting down.
No, okay, yeah, so
at a
okay, so
restaurant, at a table and
let me
alcohol
let
there.
me continue the story. So, for example, we go out, we go cinema. They go buy alcohol. Then we like, oh, let's go McDonald's. We go McDonald's. I buy a fillet of fish because fillet of fish
Yeah.
is halal. It's a fish. I sit down, we eat. He puts his alcohol on the table. I'm not promoting alcoholism. We don't buy alcohol from the establishment.
Yeah.
I'm eating my food. He eats
You
his
gotta
food.
get off that table and go to another one.
No, that's what I'm saying. So from what I've read, yeah, same law book as you, and from what I've asked from the same people who represent the same people you follow, what they've told me is, you can sit at a table, you can't eat or drink from that table.
Oh damn.
From what I've read. So like for example, if we're around the table, you got alcohol, I've got a glass of water. As long as my glass of water's on the table.
No,
It's fine.
I trust your references because you got the right contacts and the right people, and I know that. So
The reason he says that, he's one of my contacts and people.
I'll go look into it.
Yeah,
But
of
as far
course,
as
yeah.
I know, alcohol on the table, you gotta get up, you gotta move, because it's like advocating it. That's what it's all about. Advocate alcohol.
Okay, I'm in a society. We're in London. We're in UK.
Yeah.
We're in a society where you pay tax. That some of that tax goes to many different causes that are not halal. Many different cases that are not halal.
Yeah, but that's involved. Like that's
No, that's
That's,
okay.
I don't have control of that.
Yeah,
That's when you're what you.
no,
call
you
it?
do have control of it.
Majboor.
No, I'm saying that's you do have control. You just go to a.
Well, you don't pay your taxes.
Huh? No, just go. No, as in like, okay, so I'm in this country, yeah. I walk down the street, there might be some naked picture of the lady. Oh, that's haram. I'm not, but because I can remove myself from that situation by going to a location or a country where it doesn't have that. I can go to any other countries in the Middle East. Do you know what I mean? So, you saying that.
Not really, because Saudi Arabia, they do serve alcohol.
No, okay, no, but no,
went to Iraq. I saw off license in Iraq.
Exactly.
Bro, it looks so weird. It felt weird,
No,
man.
but
like,
my point is, you can go to countries and other locations where it's much easier to live than here in terms of a halal life.
Okay, so what are you trying to get at?
No, so I'm saying, so what you're saying about like, oh, you can remove your situation, or it's indirect, or it's this or that. Well, living in a Western country that is either Christianic based or an atheist based, or that you're not in a halal region. Well, it doesn't mean that living is bad or living is wrong. You're living your life in your own way,
No, but I
with
never
your
said
own
that.
rules and regulations.
I never said that.
But
I said when there's alcohol on the table, you have to remove yourself from that table.
No, but that's my point. Because alcohol's in the vicinity, alcohol's on the table.
Yeah.
You should get away from that. In my vicinity right now, in London, in UK, I'm surrounded by non-halal things.
Okay. That's
Because
fine.
of that, I should.
But we
remove
have
myself.
specific rules for that though. We have specific laws on alcohol. Yeah. There's Islamic laws telling us that number one, we're not allowed to transport, we're not allowed to purchase, we're not allowed to sell, we're not even allowed to pick it up and put it on the shelf.
Yeah.
Right? Or deliver alcohol.
Yeah.
And we're not allowed to sit at a table that has alcohol in it. These are specifics.
Yeah.
It's not that we came to this conclusion. No, these have been specifically mentioned.
Yeah.
All other stuff is like they haven't been specific legislative laws to direct it at. For example, non-halal meat and stuff like that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So okay, you can't transport alcohol. Or can you transport non-halal meat then?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But the law doesn't say we can't transport non-halal meat.
Yeah.
Apart from pork, you can't transport pork. But you know what I mean?
Yeah. Fair enough. People saying it's lunchtime. There's rice.
Oh, it's food.
Yeah.
Okay. What's the time? Are we out?
We are at 33. We're at 53 minutes. We go for another 7 minutes if you don't mind. We hit an hour mark. We hit. Actually, no. We've been nearly an hour. That's
Yeah,
you know.
let's go then, man. Feeding Ari's.
I did say 8:30 to 9:30.
Yes, what they said. There's
I
messages
put it,
today.
yeah. So yes, the food is rice and saffron chicken.
Are they all running in?
That's people running in it. They're hungry for food, or they're playing PS4,
PS4?
or there's kids that dish.
I remember,
You know-
PS4 because
Okay, I don't know.
There's
There's kids. Anyway,
Final thought. I mean, there's a final thoughts. Final
so
thoughts.
someone did ask a question. Is the chicken from HFC? I have no idea. I'm gonna go eat it and find out. Yeah.
yeah,
So, yeah.
I'm at a live
Final
stream.
thought.
Final thought.
I'm on a live stream.
I don't know. Like we've covered a lot of things
A lot.
with the halal foods and stuff.
Yeah.
Final thought: you be you. You live how you want to live. You just stay away from pandemics. Stay away from non-halal sources. You live your best life.
My final thought is like, people, keep yourself safe, keep yourself healthy. More life to you guys, more health to you guys, more money to you guys, and also, may God curse Liverpool Football Club.
Fuck Liverpool.
I hate Liverpool.
Chelsea, man.
You were born in Liverpool, fam. You're like Liverpool from heart.
Exactly. That's right. I was born in Liverpool, and that's why I hate Liverpool, because I was born on the blue half of Liverpool.
Oh.
Indeed. That's the conversation for another time.
Oh.
Well, it's for another time. Anyways, for all the Liverpool fans out there, we'll give you guys the time for you guys to be happy, because that's the first time you'll have actually done something good in the Premier League. Alright.
Well, not
Last
necessarily.
season, you know,
It's-
did do good.
It's
but
more like
you lot didn't
default.
win it.
You know what? I was listening to the podcast was saying True Geordie, yeah, and he was saying, yeah, this season Man United have had the worst team they've had in God knows how long.
Yeah.
Arsenal have had the worst team they've had in God knows how long. Chelsea have had the worst team they've had in God knows how long. Tottenham are declining, right? Man City, I don't know what's going wrong with Man City, but basically the other top clubs that compete for the top four places,
The top 5 of the Premier
That-
League are struggling.
they haven't got good enough teams. The only team that's really kept it really good and strong
I've-
is Liverpool because they've had the same team for the last 3-4 years. They've got
No,
good
I think
chemistry,
City's
right
good.
players and
I think
everything.
City's good. That's just
City, I don't know how much City.
City's
still
second.
strong.
I
yeah.
said they're second, bro.
Yeah, they're second,
Leicester.
but no,
They're second now?
Yeah, because Leicester lost.
Oh yeah, they
Yeah.
did.
Anyways, what was I gonna say?
So yeah, Liverpool are only winning the league because basically the
Yeah,
other teams
Liverpool's
are
first.
performing. If the other teams were performing, if Arsenal were performing, if Chelsea were performing, if United were performing, like, they would have smashed up
To
Liverpool.
be fair, they're still doing good because half of their players, not even half, maybe all their
Yeah.
team came from what? From the
Yeah, but look at the
Championship,
gap though.
because-
What's the gap?
Okay, so Liverpool's first right now
16
with
points.
22 wins, yeah, and 1 draw.
22 wins.
They
Okay.
are 16 points
So-
ahead. Man City 16 wins, 3 draws, 5 losses, yeah, and they're 51. So they're like you said, 16
Actually, let
points
me
behind.
ask you, if them teams that I mentioned, right, the top clubs that normally play for the top 5-6 places, if they had their best teams out, would Liverpool have won 22 games and
No.
drawn one?
No.
How many lost? They would have had at least 2 or 3 losses.
They've won 22 games for a reason because they've got a very good team and the rest are all shit compared to them.
But that's what we're saying. The rest are shit. That's why they succeeded.
Exactly.
Not that. But let's not take away Liverpool's team.
Liverpool
Actually,
are
is
a
a
very
very
good
good
team.
team.
They're a
Yeah,
very good
they
team.
have
Don't
very
take nothing away.
amazing chemistry. I'm a big fan. I like Mane. I like watching Mane play.
Yeah, Mane is very
Uh,
good.
Salah
Mane,
is
Salah,
sick.
yeah.
And Keita, I like Keita.
Um,
And Van Dijk
Kante-
is at the
Kante.
back.
Van Dijk is
Yeah.
he's got it locked
But
up. in there.
If the other teams were on form and performing
Nah,
proper,
they're all-
right,
No, yeah,
I think Liverpool would
You
have
know
at least
what?
2 or 3
I
losses.
think give it time. They're not gonna go unbeaten. They're gonna play City now. Alright,
Yeah.
City are
They still
gonna
got
beat
City
them.
to play. They still got Arsenal to play. They still got Chelsea
And they
to
got
play.
Chelsea to play.
Yeah.
And when they play Chelsea, it's going to be towards the end of the season, so it's
Yeah.
going to mean a lot for both teams. Because
To be honest,
Chelsea,
though,
they might want to compete for top 4 for Champions League
Yeah,
next season.
yeah.
So
you're
they
right.
might put out a very good team out there.
there's,
So
there's a lot on the line still.
Yeah.
For other,
But if you look at the points, by the way, so you got Liverpool at 67, Man
Yeah,
City
they're
at
well ahead.
51,
they're well
yeah,
ahead.
and so that's a 16-point difference. And then you got Leicester at 48, which is a 5-point difference.
16 points is
It's a
that's
three-
5 games and a
Yeah.
draw.
So
That's 5. They have
So-
to lose 5 games
yeah,
and draw 1
Yeah.
for City to catch up.
so Leicester's 3 points behind City. You got Chelsea, which is 8 points behind Leicester. You got United at 6 points behind Chelsea. So
And then you got Burnley, I think, next.
then you got Tottenham.
You got
Then you
Spurs.
got Tottenham, which is on par with United. But then you got Arsenal with at the bottom, like 10.
10.
You know, Arsenal can just I let them keep going down until they get relegated. That's fine.
that's for the Arsenal fans to be.
No, you know, Arsenal fans are agreeing with like apart from you
You're
got.
from North London, Amiraza.
I listen, yeah.
Arsenal fans are
I
gas
listen.
because they drew with Chelsea.
Yeah, you know.
Look how shit that they've gone. That they're getting gas because they took a draw.
Let me answer this.
Okay,
Like,
turn off your mic. Don't worry. You know what though? Yeah. I forgot what I was gonna say. You know, yeah, I'm North London, but Barnet FC. That's that was the. You don't even Barnet, but like yeah,
How about we just go eat?
you can go eat.
Are you not gonna go?
I'm gonna. I need to say goodbye. I need to say goodbye to my. Goodbye is gonna be now. I'm gonna let him finish his phone call. We're gonna say goodbye. I wanna say.
Why is he calling me on the thing? He's calling me on the episode 7 number.
Yeah, it's probably Milad. Wait. I have a question. Someone has a question. Answer your question. That's Mr. Abuti. Yeah, answer. Oh, you hung up. Okay.
Alright, yeah.
Someone asked a question. Rezi, why do you support Fulham?
I support. Wait, with me?
Yeah.
Okay, I support Fulham. Is my mic on?
Your mic is on. Go ahead.
So I support Fulham because I'm from West London. I go down to watch the games. Not too far from Fulham, and also it was at that time it was the only team that had Muslim affiliations. Our owner was Muslim, Mohammed Al Fayed. He sold the club to Shahid Khan, who's also Muslim and also Pakistani now. So it gives me even more reason to support Fulham. So basically, it's my local team, had Muslim affiliations at that time, and I go down to watch the games. I've been a season ticket holder. This season I'm a member, and I've followed Fulham since I was about 18 is when I started following Fulham. I've been following ever since, and it's fantastic.
And your last messages before we say goodbye.
Before Fulham was Everton, I used to support Everton. I still do. Everton's my second team. and I always watch their games, and like, I still support in the Premier League. But if I had to choose between Everton and Fulham, Fulham's my team.
Okay. Do you want to say any last words before you say goodbye?
Barn Liverpool, bro. I hope the freaking team is relegated.
Yeah, I hope you lot lose all your games that's coming up.
Bankrupt, bro. Anfield should be blown up.
Thank you very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Same time, same channel.
Told him to add my snap his or HQ.
Like, Anfield, comment,
Everton used to play
subscribe.
at Anfield
Bang.
and won 2 leagues at Anfield.
Shout
bro.
out to
It was the
HQ.
first team in Liverpool.
Shout out to all the man, them. Shout out to AS, shout out to Ember as
Clap,
well. Shout out to Mohsen for coming and taking our time, making the live stream for all the beautiful subscribers.
Shout out to
people that are watching
HK.
it.
Listening Green Massive.
Come on, man.
Shout out to
G-side,
Church
shoot
Road.
on the
What's
A,
the name of your
you feel me?
restaurant?
Habaibna.
Habaibna. Make sure you go down.
You feel me?
Church Street.
How many views you got?
3.
3. Alright. Good luck for all the 3 viewers that are watching it. Hopefully you
Bear in
love
mind,
the...
it's going to be a video after the fact as well. So like.
Oh, so after the live stream, it's going to be uploaded as a video.
Yeah.
no.
So thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed. I want to thank everyone for coming on. If you'd like to come on or call in, let us know. We can sort something out. Comment, rate, like, and subscribe. Same time, same channel. New topics.
Comment as well, like what they want us to talk about.
Yeah, do that. If you have any comments you want to talk us to discuss or talk about.
If you go Middlesex, play in the tennis game because my brother's there.
It's real tennis, but okay. Thank you for watching and peace. Goodbye.
Alright.